So I guess this is day 2 of Binny structured ride sessions for the weekend. Anyway, it's kind of our New Year's Eve type of ride. A lot of people are back at work, so this is our chance to get out. We're doing like a 62-kilometer loop. It's about, I don't know, probably about 2.5 hours. Not very hilly. We've got a lot of it on the cycle path. We've got this great facility here, so we're going to use it. It's very misty at the moment, which kind of adds to this, like, I don't know. You know, we're starting the ride and we're like, yeah, we don't know what's to come, and that's hence why the mist is here. It's like playing that little bit of a spooky part, but this is like the first time we've done this in this block anyway. But yeah, yesterday was like really good. We did we went out to the Pembury circuit, and we did this like this circuit where it's almost like Zwift but in real life. It's like a climb of around 15 seconds, 10-15 seconds. We were going to kick up it really hard, and we're going to use the descent around the back on the purpose-built circuit on super smooth tarmac. We're going to descend back down and yeah, just do 7 reps of it, and that went really well. Wow, it's super misty now. So that went well, and you know, lots of positive feedback from people, because this is what we want to do. This is, you know, the structure we want to follow. We want to give something to people that's really tasty and short and get their teeth into. So we did that. That was like a short hour and a half. Today we're just following up from that. So this ride, like I said, is just a basic endurance ride pretty much, but we're constantly on the pedals. We're constantly pedaling. We're doing 5-minute changes on the front, almost like a slow motion chain gang. So anyway, I can really explain it to you. So the guy or girl on the right will sit there for 5 minutes next to a partner, roll over to the front of him for 5 minutes. The other person will come through and ride next to her for 5 minutes, and so on and so forth. I first learned that when I was riding for like when I was doing a lot of Welsh cycling training rides back when I was a junior. I think it's the bare basic group ride training pattern. So yeah, you get to talk to different people, and you know, you get to kind of share the ride with different people, as opposed to just sitting next to the same partner for 2.5 hours. So that's where we're at. That's the ride. What's up, gang? Just got back from a ride with the club. Okay, just got back. I've got myself half a Spanish omelette, which you can buy in any supermarket really. So all it is eggs, well, pretty much a few simple ingredients: eggs, onions, oil, and potatoes. Pretty simple, and I've got very little time. I've got quite a busy period coming up, so just knocking this one out. I had eggs this morning before the ride, but I've not eaten much today, to be honest. It's like, for me, you know, that ride was very easily paced, and it's just to cap off what has been a very good week for me. Like 18.5 hours I've trained this week. I've done some like 550 kilometers. Not like massive, but I've done like 850 to 900 TSS, which anything, for those of you that deal with power in TSS, anything kind of upwards of 1,000 TSS is quite a tough week. Just like the Tour of Japan, the Tour of Korea, those type of races, 7-day races, 8-day races, they tend to be, you know, around the kind of 1,000 to, you know, 1,300 mark. Obviously it depends if you're getting a break or if you're sitting in, but just a general rule of thumb, it's quite a big week. So in terms of training, like if you can get a big week like that in, you know, it tends to be labelled as a fairly decent week. So for me to do like less than 20 hours and manage to knock up that much, that's quite good for me. So I've mixed the intensity well with the duration, and moving forward, I'll probably look to switch emphasis. So I'll probably do less intensity and a few more hours. Depends how I'm feeling, depends how the weather is as well. So yeah, so that's the biggest week so far this winter. Started off the week, you know, fairly intense, and then went through like a 1 or 2 day patch midweek where I did more hours and less intensity. Then I went real short the last few days, and I've been really high in the intensity mark, and then today and yesterday has just been fairly low intensity. So it's been a good week. I'm gonna make sure I rest and recover properly now. So there's a few things I've got to take care of the next few days. The Condor, I managed to extend the period. Thank you, Condor. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to keep the bike until the 1st of January. But it's now got to be returned. A little bit disappointed about that because the new team bike from Zwift, it won't arrive, I think, until mid-February at the earliest. So that's going to leave me like maybe a month and a half without a bike. Now, the only bikes I have are my fixed gear bike and like a mountain bike or whatever, but like they're not, well, the fixed gear bike is roadworthy, but I could train on it, but obviously there's no power and such. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I'm either gonna have to like ask Hondo very politely if I can keep the bike a little bit longer, which, you know, I 100% get it if they say no, because obviously it's going into 2019. But if, and lots of people have, you know, offered me to ride their bikes, but that's not, you know, I don't want to trash their, but like not trash, but I don't want to ride their bikes because it's like what I ride to around here, and like I always go out, like I'm hardly ever on the turbo. They will take a battery, so I'd rather not do that. And I would buy a bike, but I'm still in this mindset of, well, it's only a month, so I can ride the fixed gear if, you know, worst comes to worst. It's only that I'm missing a month. It's not like I'm missing like 3 or 4 months, so I can get by with riding fixed gear bike. So we'll figure something out. We'll be all right. But yeah, I just it's strange how, like, you know, I've ridden team bikes for like 6 years, and then you know, now's the time for me to kind of like think, you know, cripes, do I need to buy a bike? But probably not. I'll just manage, but we'll see. Next few days, like I said, because I'll be resting, recovering from this week. When I say resting, I don't mean like not doing anything. Me and Charlie are on about going for a mountain bike ride tomorrow around Pembroke Country Park. She's going on a cyclocross bike. I'm going to be on like her mountain bike, which her sister's given us. If we do that, I'll take the camera because I don't think I've ever been mountain biking down Pembroke, so that'll be worth seeing. I've just looked at other people's Strava routes and found you know, where they've kind of ridden, and I'll just kind of export that to the Wahoo and take it from there. Other things, Zwift, like you probably heard the old news now that British Cycling are kind of backing esports, and that like sports in races will become more mainstream on Zwift next year, so bigger events, prize money, things like that. I'm going to be up for that massively. Like, I'm going to be well involved because that's like, I know that's going to be the future. Like, that's not going to go away. I'm dipping my toe in next year. I'm going to like try and participate in as many as possible, and I'm going to participate in you know, the bigger events on Zwift. Speaking of which, this Wednesday, I got to get this right. So January the 2nd, there's the Battle of the Wahooligans on Alpe du Zwift. The Vegan Cyclist is going against Cameron Jeffers, and it's an open invite, so anybody can go. Sign up to join today, 6:10 British time, and it's one lap, the Alpe du Zwift race. Cameron Jeffers versus the Vegan Cyclist, and yeah, like you say, anybody can do it. Cameron's going to be highlighted with the yellow beacon, and the Vegan Cyclist will be highlighted with the red beacon. And I know Cam said on his YouTube channel that it would be really good if you could have as many people as possible to do, like, you know, pacing or to do whatever. So I got nothing to do, so I'm going to hop on, hopefully, and give a bit of encouragement and support. I don't think I'm going to be pushing out many big numbers, because that's not me. I'm not in hill climbing ship. Don't look at me to do anything like that. So yeah, but I'm sure it'll be a great laugh. So go and support them, check out that event. If I remember, I'll put a link down below, and yeah, go and support them.